Wow, I can't believe we are back in the studio already. Winter break flew by really fast.
I know, right? But with many students staying at home due to the ongoing pandemic, being back at school feels super weird and empty.
Yeah, but driving to school is so much easier now with all the cars gone. No more tardies for me today.
But Sandra, don't you think that it's different now that our Apache News team have been affected by the pandemic as well?
You're right. It doesn't feel the same as it did before.
But despite the obstacles, we're still going on strong to bring you guys this fantastic show to start off the New Year's. So, are you ready to start the show?
Absolutely. I'm Sandra.
And I'm Justin. Welcome to APN Show 13.
SMW is teaming up with the UCLA Blood and Platelet Center to host their annual blood drive. If you've already signed up to donate, the blood drive will be held on Tuesday, January 18th in the North Gym. Although needles are terrifying, just remember that every pint of blood can save up to 3 lives.
In less than 3 months, Omicron has become one of the fastest spreading COVID-19 variants. To find out what Arcadia High School is doing to keep its students safe, here is Amish with the latest updates.
Omicron has quickly become the fastest spreading variant of COVID-19 in the US. Discovered in South Africa in December, it has more amino acid mutations than any other variant before, making it so easily spread. Let us see how this variant is affecting our school. We talked to the head administration and ascertained that last week, the absence percentage was 19% for the entire week, where it usually averages less than 5%. That means 19% of the whole school was absent last week. The COVID cases also jumped quite a bit. At its peak, the school had over 150 cases. As of Thursday, January 13th, 4.3% of the school was positive. With the surge of cases, there was also a concern with the exposure notifications.
So I got exposed on Monday and I got my notification of close contact on Friday.
So to answer your questions, we talked to the assistant principal of Arcadia High School, Mr. Finn.
The current plan is to continue in-person instruction. Our procedures are based on what is recommended by the county health department. We also have some requirements from the state that we follow, but we're doing everything to follow the recommendations of the professionals that are working with this directly. As soon as the people working in the health office are aware of an exposure, they work as quickly as possible to contact anybody that may have been exposed or considered a close contact.
In some good news, the lines of people getting cleared for absences has been cut in half each day this week, according to Mr. Finn. On Monday, it was over 2 hours, and on Thursday, it was less than 15 minutes. Also, scientists have said that we may reach the peak of Omicron in the next few weeks, and we still have a very good way to protect ourselves: mRNA vaccines. The New England Journal of Medicine has found that the Pfizer vaccine reduced death by 90%. Even with this incomparable variant, we can still do our best to stay safe, Apaches. Please wear a mask at school to protect yourself and others, and get vaccinated. This has been Amish, back to the studio.
To help you get ready for the upcoming SAT and ACT, Arcadia High School is offering the students an opportunity to take the PSAT and PACT on February 5th and 6th. The test will be administered online and can be taken at any time of the given days. To register, visit the link down below. It costs $20 to register, but is free to those who qualify for reduced or free lunch. If you have any questions, please reach out to Ms. Fitz at afitz@aosd.net. The deadline to register is on Wednesday, February 3rd.
Thousands of pounds of food waste are produced every year. But starting this February, California will be implementing a new compost law. Let's head on over to Sandra to give us more insight on the fight against food waste.
Would you believe that 6 million tons of food are wasted in California every year? Now that's a lot. To combat this growing problem, our school is implementing these new bins this February to collect your food waste.
When you're out walking, chances are you've most likely seen at least one trash can filled to the brim with food. As not alarming as it seems, the food wasted does in fact cause a problem in our environment. Turns out, the amount of food waste contributes to the vast emissions of methane gases, which then results in the global climate change you're experiencing today.
When you look in a trash can, you can see that a lot of it is compostable. Everything except the plastic and the aluminum foil and maybe the milk cartons is compostable, including the trays, the napkins, and all of the bits of food and unfortunately the fruits and vegetables you all don't eat.
In the government's attempt to reduce as much emissions as possible, the compost law, which was passed in 2016, finally went into effect at the start of this month. Schools, supermarkets, and homes in California are now required to separate their compost from the regular trash. Our school has partnered with the Evergreen Club to inform others about these green trash bins that will be placed around the campus.
Yeah, so the green trash cans are for that specific reason to reduce food waste in the campus. So during lunch, many times there's like a lot of litter and trash with food and fruits and things like that. So the green compost bins allow for compost to be developed and reduce climate change.
So students want to make sure that at the end of lunch, they are being thoughtful about where they're throwing away their food and their trays and anything else, and they want to make sure that they're putting stuff in the correct bins.
Now that is all for this story. Make sure to sort your food waste in the green trash bins on campus next month. Back to Justin and I to catch us up on further news.
Tired from the constant late night studying or extreme stress of getting a good grade? Don't fret, because you can still drop classes. The regular course drop deadline is January 28th. Check out the link down below if you would like to drop a class. Keep in mind that if your request isn't processed within 48 hours, it has been denied. Wow, Justin, can you believe it's 2022 already?
Honestly, no. I still reminisce about the pre-pandemic times when I was still a sophomore.
Me too, especially since sophomore year was by far the chillest year. Now that we're back in person, things have definitely made my procrastination worse.
Yeah, and my never-ending nights of staying up have definitely gotten worse as well. I really thought that I could keep up with my New Year's resolution.
Turns out we both need to better manage our time.
I guess we'll try again next year. But for now, let's check out how our Apaches are doing with their New Year's resolution.
My New Year's resolution is to continue being happy and to continue being an independent student out at Arcadia High School.
To actually do my homework.
To stop procrastinating.
To not procrastinate as much and get my work done.
To stop making excuses.
To hit the gym more often.
And how's that going?
Good.
Not so good so far.
Not that good, to be honest.
Not well.
Not well.
It's going pretty well because my mental health is going pretty well as well. And I'm working on my mind and body through meditation in the mornings, and I'm going on runs in the afternoons.
So close yet so far away, students of all grades are looking forward to summer already. To those looking for a productive summer, our school counselors have provided a list of summer opportunities available down at the link below.
Contrary to popular beliefs, teachers don't actually live and sleep at school. You'll be surprised to learn that they're just ordinary people with hobbies of their own. Let's go on to Nicole to tell us more about a new teacher on campus this year.
There are 260 staff members on campus. Some have been here for decades, while some only a couple of months. For Ms. McConnell, it is her first year ever teaching.
You can find her in room F110 teaching 9th and 10th grade English.
I love interacting with my students. I love to joke around with them. I love teaching. Normally, I have in my classroom like LED lights throughout the class. I don't turn on the actual lights. Apparently they make kids sleepy or they give them headaches, something that I've read. So I've had it before where students, they first walked in, they're like, okay, why are the lights off? They got used to it. If I have a sub, the sub keeps the lights on and they don't like that. If I ever turn the lights on, they complain. So they like this whole ambiance. It's like I'm creating an experience in a way.
Outside of school, she loves binge watching shows, shopping at Target, knitting, and most of all, French toast.
I will drive anywhere for good French toast. I've driven all the way to Hollywood for French toast. I'll do it again. The best French toast I've ever had, go to Tui's in South Pasadena.
And that is all for this segment of Teacher Feature. Make sure to stop by F110 to check out her cool LED lights. Back to you guys in the studio.
In collaboration with the Compass Education Group, Arcadia High School is hosting an informational meeting about college admissions for any interested students, parents, or guardians. This meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 19th. Visit the link down below to register and view more details about this wonderful opportunity to begin your college application journey.
Unfortunately, with the continued spread of COVID-19, most sports have been put on hold for the foreseeable future. So Sandra, any updates on our Apache sports?
Well, sure. Our girls soccer team is on a winning streak in the league with a score of 5-0. Last Thursday, our team live-streamed their wonderful victory, so be sure to check that out.
Let's go to Rahul to tell us more about how our team have been keeping up with the new restrictions and how it has affected their season so far. Rahul, update us on the most recent Apache news, Apache sports.
Sure, Justin. Due to the influx in COVID-19 transmission after the holiday break, the district decided to postpone games for sports such as basketball, soccer, and water polo. Let's go to Ronan to give us some insight on how our Apache sports teams feel about this time.
As we return from our holiday break, COVID numbers have been rapidly increasing.
and the discovery of the new Omicron variant hasn't made it any easier to deal with. The Apache sports teams have been hit especially hard these past couple of weeks. Early on, when COVID transmission was lower, no sports had to be postponed. But as numbers grew and anxiety rose, the district decided to put a hold on indoor sport.
Unfortunately, I think it's the right thing to do with the health and safety of these kids and coaches and fans. We just have to do what's right. It's shortened our season by about 6 to 8 games, taking away the second half of league. Being off for 2 weeks, we haven't played since December 30th, is an issue, and then especially with certain kids being out COVID positive that they haven't been able to work out. This is actually our first day back in the gym. You can see us behind. We're just trying to let them play a little bit today and get some shooting in and try to get back in the flow of being in basketball.
This didn't seem to be enough as the district postponed more events. Even outdoor sports like soccer had games postponed or canceled due to its close contact nature.
Games being postponed has definitely affected us. We really want to get back on the field and continue playing, but we've been able to practice luckily, and it's important to take safety precautions, and obviously we don't want to get COVID, so it's a good thing, I guess.
Unfortunately, now is not a great time to be a sports fan. However, these changes are very important for the safety of our community.
During this time, we must continue to stay safe, and in time, our beloved sports teams will return to play. Let's hope we get to see some great sports play again soon. This has been Rahul reporting Not So Many Apache Sports. Back to Sandra and Justin in the studio.
Phew, I think that went pretty well for the first show of 2022.
Yeah, it was really interesting hearing our Apaches' progress on completing their New Year's resolution, and it's really encouraging me to keep up with mine.
Me too. I've decided to stop procrastinating and actually make the best of my junior year before the stressful college application season. How about you?
Well, to be honest, I did stay up the other night to work on our new APN intro song. And I gotta stay up again to work on our upcoming APN sports song.
You're lucky you don't have to stay up to do that because we have a day off next Monday for Martin Luther King Day.
Right. For previous stories and segments, visit apachenews.ausd.net and follow us on all of our social media links down below. This has been Justin
and Sandra, and see you next time, Apaches.